What's up, family? Welcome back to yet another valuable video. I'll be taking you through a trade that I took on US30 today, and of course this is episode number 2 on School of Entries. These episodes are meant to really educate you on how I take my day-to-day entries that you can actually imitate, take note of, and try to look for the very same setups on your chart. And hopefully that it can really take you to the next level. Watching a trader who has about 7 years of trading experience, imitating, repeating every single day, you will see there's a pattern that I follow, and I hope you can pick it up and you can apply it on your day-to-day trading. So I'm just gonna go right now, do the trade breakdown, teach you from it thoroughly, so as best as I can articulate it, and definitely in fact, let's just go to the chart right now. Okay, family, so we are on US30, as you can see here. 15 minutes, family. Before we can actually start, I want to share with you 3 time frames that I use as an intraday trader, so that you can know exactly my way or my thought process during the day. So I start on the H1, I go to the M15, I go to the M5 for my entries. So the H1 is my entry bias. That means I'm looking at structure overall. If sometimes it's a bit confusing, I can go higher, but it's quite very rare that I go to the higher time frames. I normally just stay there. And of course the M15, that's where I actually now look for structure. And of course M5, I take where those entries based on my stop loss, so it kind of really gives me a very nice trading ratio. Okay, so as you can see, this is the trade I took. I showed you at the beginning of the video on my MetaTrader 4. As you can see, this is a 1:8. You also did see that I did send a signal to my signal group over there. Everybody ate and benefited from this trade, right? So I'm going to remove everything today. I have my mouse, so that's really awesome that I can now juggle around so much more. And I just want to show you exactly what I was seeing in the morning here. So I'm going to kind of like replay it here. Then you can clearly see what I was seeing in the markets at that moment. Okay, so this is exactly how the markets look, and I did use Confluence, guys, to get this trade. So Nasdaq had already left off on these sells, right? Based on the Nasdaq structure, it was bearish as well on the H1, and it had already left off in terms of entry opportunity. So therefore I went to US30 to see if it actually did the very same thing, and I saw there was a slight delay on US30, and I took advantage of it. But just to break down structure, yes, we are in a bit of a ranging market here. In fact, it's not just a bit, but it's a big ranging market here. So definitely when I looked at it and it actually took out the liquidity here, I definitely knew that we're now about to sell. We're no more going to be playing out. So when I see this type of ranging markets, I just want to wait for the market to actually give me a fake out. For a lot of traders that might refer to it as that. And then once it has done that, I know for sure that we're now going to be, breaking out of that ranging or consolidating market. Okay, so just one thing that I needed to make clear. From then on, of course, it was just now looking for my entry opportunity. And based on this, we can actually see that there was a supply right here. So this would be my higher time frame supply that the market had already mitigated. As you can see, I just want to zoom in here that many of you can get to see, those of you guys who are using phones. Okay, as you can see, the supply there, it was tapped into it and the market started selling. But of course that was not over for me. So there's one thing that I began to see, it left off here. It was a supply again in a form of candlesticks. So this candlesticks right here, that was the supply that I actually took. Okay, and we can just label it for you guys over there. And it was just simply now waiting for it to pull back. And of course, one thing that I've also noticed on this one is that it did actually break this low. So if I was also looking at it to validate kind of like reversals and all of that, this is exactly what I wanted it to give me, a change of character. So it actually broke that structure. or some can just call it a break of structure in this case, since we're already in a downtrend. But let's say I wanted to see it from a different perspective. A break of structure must also have a valid a change of character must also have a previous structure on the previous trend that has been broken, so we can actually label it as liquidity. So even though it's a break of structure, the market took these highs as liquidity when it tapped into this supply zone right here. So we having all of this confirmation, right, family, it was now left for me to just wait for the market to kind of tap into this. So if we can just play it over here, you can see it tapped into it. And of course, that's how now I started plotting my entry over there. Okay. As soon as it tapped into it, I plotted the entry. I put my stop loss just slightly there above, as you can see. And of course, the take profit was around about here. I did have a take profit one sort of in this area here, where I knew that I wanted to take partials. So somewhere all the way here, I used this structural low to take my take profit one, because sometimes we get too greedy when it comes to the market, and it can really, stop us out if we don't take what it gives us. So sometimes I don't get too greedy in terms of it. Okay, so as you can see, this is exactly what I was seeing over here. And of course, now when we get to play it out beautifully, look at that, hit take profit one, and of course hit my take profit two. So this was as simple as following my rules of trading. This was the setup that I followed, but again, there was higher time frame confluence, and I want to erase all of this, or rather, in fact, let me just do this. I'm going to hide it, and let's go to the daily time frame. So if we also check on the daily time frame, there was a lot of confluence. We're already in a downtrend. So even though there was a lot of noise when it came to the H1s showing all of this movement as ranging market, but for sure when it came to the daily time frame, we'd already sort of broken structure. So if we can change again, change of character, we have highs that have been broken or highs that have been taken. So definitely, if we'd already taken this move to the upside and you pull back, sold, I was also just looking for it to sell. I'm not sure if it's going to reach all the way here. I just took what the market gives me. I am an intraday trader, so I do not rather wait for the market to kind of hold unless it's a really special trade. But if it goes all the way here, that would be great. Nevertheless, I've actually made profits myself in this regard. So, but yeah, guys, this is the setup that I took. I just hope that you learn from the simplicity that I trade each and every day. Yes, there are complex setups day to day. It doesn't get easy as always. In terms of this, and of course, if we can go to Nasdaq, let's just go to the other pairs here. Just wanna go to Nasdaq quickly. Okay, I'm just gonna go slowly here so that we can. There we go. Okay. And as you can see, this was Nasdaq as well, and it had already left off of this zone, family. So I kind of used the power of correlation. So that's one tip that you can take as well from this video, is that I saw this big supply here, and I don't know why I didn't take the trade on Nasdaq, but I can simply say probably it was that it was so large and it already turned around here. So I was not sure if, since it took here, it was gonna take this highs as liquidity. So I was like a bit skeptical if I should actually take those sells. I was actually anticipating that the market will continue bullish, but of course I do obey what the market tells me. So as you can see, this was Nasdaq here, and it had already left off somewhere right here at this price here. Okay, so it being here, I could not just jump in the middle of the market. Many of you guys tend to do that, where since you see that there's a lot of volume on the market, you jump in. That is not good trading, because at the end of the day, you're gonna burn with that. It may pay off there and there, but you want to really trade with a consistent strategy that you know for sure that you've proven through tests of back testing and hours of market biofeedback, right? So I could not jump into. But when I went to US30, I knew for sure that it was something special that I actually needed to just check out. And definitely it was a bit slower. And once I entered it, that's when it actually moved. I mean, we closed this trade within a space of 1 hour. This amount of pips right here. So it's really crazy that we're able to catch all of that. Okay, family. So what you can take from this video, this is the end of the video. I trade in 3 time frames: H1, M15, and M5. Okay, I did not go to the M5 in this video, but you can clearly see that this was a supply level right there. So I kind of look to narrow it down in most cases. Sometimes if it's quite small, like here, 16 pips right there. So it was no stress for me to kind of look to narrow it down. It was enough, right? So sometimes I go to the M5 to kind of refine that supply or that stop loss that I want to have. Okay, so definitely 3 time frames, and I also use correlation, so you can take note of that. Sometimes that's not a thing that happens always. I was just probably lucky that US30 was a bit late to the party, but definitely it actually gave me the profits that I needed. Anyway, I just hope that you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, so that it can be spread to other people that really also can cherish the same content that you're getting. And of course, many of you have been asking for the broker that we trade with. XM family is one of the best brokers. It's been in the game since 2009, has won so many awards. So definitely that's the right broker to trade with. If it's your first time opening an account with them, they'll give you $30 free, and of course they'll also double your bonus by 50%, right? So when you deposit, they will give you a 50% bonus on top of that. If you want to sign up, the link is in the description of this video, and also even our course, the link is in the description of this video if you want to be part of us and a growing awesome community of like-minded traders. Signing out, this is your brother